I'll never forget the moment I found out my hotel had overbooked my room. I was standing at the front desk, exhausted from a 14-hour flight, and I could already feel the weight of jet lag setting in. The last thing I wanted to deal with was this. The clerk behind the desk looked at me like she'd just seen a ghost, apologizing repeatedly and saying, "I'm so sorry, but your room is no longer available." I tried to process what she was saying. "What do you mean? I booked this months ago." I was barely keeping it together, but the reality of the situation was hitting me harder than I thought it would. She explained that the hotel had overbooked, and because of some system error, they couldn't accommodate me. It was one of those moments where your mind races, but nothing quite makes sense. I couldn't believe it. I had nowhere else to go, and it felt like the world was crashing down. I had planned this trip for months, saved up, and now I was stranded in a city I barely knew, with nothing but my carry-on and an intense feeling of frustration. I started to ask the clerk what my options were, and that's when I remembered I had travel insurance. I know, most of us get insurance when booking flights or hotels, but it never really feels like it's necessary until you're in a situation like this. So I pulled out my phone, half expecting it to be useless, but I was desperate. I opened the app one use for my travel insurance, and after a few clicks, I found a chat option. I typed out my situation. "Hotel overbooked, no room available. What are my options?" And within minutes, I was talking to a real person. They were calm, empathetic, and more than anything, they were on my side. They asked me for some details and told me they'd take care of the rest. I'll be honest, I didn't even know if anything would come of it. But in that moment, it was the first time I felt a little bit of relief. A couple of hours later, I had an email with a list of nearby hotels they had already contacted on my behalf. The best part? They would cover the cost of my stay. I was in shock. Here I was, worried that this whole trip was about to fall apart, and instead, I was able to get a new hotel room, still close to the area I had originally booked, without paying an extra cent. It's one of those moments you just can't plan for. That horrible feeling when things go wrong, and you're not sure how to fix them. But having that little safety net of travel insurance, it was a game changer. I wish I could say that it's always smooth sailing when you travel, but sometimes it's the unexpected moments like this that throw you off course. I'll never forget how close I came to letting a simple hotel mistake ruin my entire trip. But honestly, if I hadn't had that insurance, I'm not sure what would have happened. I could have been stuck without options, or worse, out a lot of money trying to find another place to stay last minute. If you travel, especially for long trips or to unfamiliar places, I can't recommend this enough. I use auras.insure for my travel insurance now. It's become my personal hack when I'm going abroad. It's not one of those ads you hear about on repeat, but a real lifesaver when things go wrong. If you're looking for something that can help in those stressful, unexpected situations, check it out. It's not just about peace of mind, it's about knowing someone's got your back when life throws you a curveball. Trust me, you never know when that curveball's coming. But when it does, you'll be glad you're prepared.